Hi there, friends. It's Miss Tiffany from the Butler Area Public Library, and I am here with another day of Peg plus Cat Math Camp Monday. And it's actually our very last Monday of Math Camp. So first of all, I want to say thank you so much for joining me for Math Camp all month long. I've had so much fun, and I hope that you have too. But now let's get on to the business for today's camp. Today at camp, we are talking all about fair sharing. I bet that this is something that you have had to deal with before, and today we're going to talk about it a little bit more. The topic of fair sharing starts to introduce the concepts of fraction and division in a way that small children will understand pretty easily. Just like every other week, there is a packet to go along with this week's camp. You can pick up your packet here at the library in the lobby, or you can download a packet from the link that I am including in the description of this video. So once you get your packet, you're going to see that the first thing on top is the caregiver newsletter. And this just talks about how we're going to learn about fair sharing and some of the activities that we're going to cover. And then towards the bottom, you're going to see these two QR codes. By scanning one of the QR codes, it's going to take you to the resource listed next to it. And I would like to share them with you right now. The first QR code takes us to a resource that we can watch. And this is a video called Fair Sharing. So let's watch just a peek of it now.
We were taking a break from shooting our video when we came upon some really cool shells. They kind of glow. We wanted to share them with our friends Peg and Cat. Everybody wants them. What to do about that?
So you can see early on in this video, we're already talking about how to share things in a way that is fair. The second QR code is going to take us to an activity that we can play. This is called Make the Cake. This game uses the idea of making a cake to share with our friends in order to talk about what a fair share of the cake is. So let's take a peek at that next.
We're having a birthday party for Pegorino. Ah, everything's ready. But the cake. Help me make one. First, pick a flavor. Click on the cake you want to make.
So you can see already in these resources that we're going to be talking a lot about sharing this week. And like I said, this is probably something that comes up at your house, especially if there is more than one child in the household. I'm sure you've heard things like hers is bigger than mine or she got more. So this can be a really important topic to cover for kids, but it's also a great way to introduce some math concepts, things like fractions and division. Because it's kind of an abstract concept for kids to grasp, I suggest having some type of prop to help you explain fair sharing and taking a whole thing and dividing it up into sections. So one of the things I like best in the world is pizza. And I decided a paper pizza is a good way to explain the concept of fair sharing, because I'm sure even if you don't eat pizza at your house, the kids have seen pizza. They know that pizza gets cut into smaller pieces. So it's something they will be familiar with. So you can use something like a pizza and talk about how there's one pizza for everyone available. And for my pizza, people wanted different kinds of toppings. So you can see that half of my pizza has pepperoni on it and half of my pizza has vegetables on it. So already we're talking about taking a whole item and dividing it into two pieces, which is half. And you can divide it up into more than two pieces. So let's say I had 4 people and 2 of them wanted pepperoni and 2 of them wanted vegetable. We would take this and divide it in half to separate the 2 types of pizza, but then we would divide it again into quarters so that there was 1 piece for each person. There would be a piece with some pepperoni for the 2 people that wanted pepperoni, and there would be a piece with some vegetables for the 2 people that wanted vegetables. And you can really have fun with this because you can make up your own toppings, whatever you like to have on your pizza, or you can make it super silly, like using cupcakes as a topping for your pizza. It's a great way to use something that's already familiar to children so that they can really start to understand the concept of taking a whole thing and dividing it into pieces and making sure that those pieces are fairly shared among all people. So if we take a closer look at our packet, you're going to see it is packed full of resources. So on the back of the caregiver newsletter, you're going to see an activity called Pirate's Treasure. And in this activity, the kids are going to learn how to count up to the number 12. And then they're going to take 12 of an object and divide them equally among some groups. The instructions for this activity carry on to the next page, both front and back. So there are 3 pages of information to go with that Pirate's Treasure activity. The next thing you'll find in your packet is a sheet that tells you how to make the Pirate's Great Banana Fruit Salad recipe. So there are some instructions on how to make your own treasure chest. And then there are instructions on how to make the fruit salad and how, while you're making the fruit salad, you can introduce again those concepts of fair sharing and taking a whole thing and dividing it. And then you can use the treasure chests to put around your fruit salad cups so that you have your own delicious Pirate's Treasure. I hope these resources have been helpful for you to learn these new math skills with the help of Peg Plus Cat. Remember, Peg Plus Cat Math Camp Monday is part of our Inquire Within partnership with WQED Education and WQED Pittsburgh and is sponsored by the Center for Community Resources. Thank you for helping us all share our talents together for the community. And thank you, all of my Math Camp friends, for joining me all month long. These videos are going to stay up on YouTube. So if ever you want to go revisit this Math Camp, everything will be available on the Butler Area Public Library's YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me all month long while we worked on building our math skills together.